Hi friends, thank you for taking the time out to visit the channel today. So today on desk we have a HP Laotop 17. This model is the 17CN3000. And yes, it is a 17-inch laptop. It's powered by a 13th gen Intel Core i5. And in my estimation, this machine is built for home office, for work, for school, and for entertainment. As you can see, it's purchasing through Costco, and there are always benefits in a purchasing through Costco. Not here to sing Costco's praise, but I'm just saying personally, I like that you have a 90-day return policy. You get an extra extended warranty of 2 years, and usually hassle-free return if you got to do that. So when you think of the big picture, you purchase something like this somewhere else, I also put that in my consideration as where to purchase it. So anyway, let's get right into this and see what you get right out of the box. Okay, so let's flip this on over, and we're gonna use our handy dandy knife straight down the middle. Yeah, nothing like opening a new laptop. It's the element of, you know what, it's new, never been used before by anyone, and it's like a gift. If you paid for it, it's a gift to yourself. Okay, and if somebody paid for it, that's even better. Alrighty, oh, let's grab this out. Nicely packaged, your usual packaging for these kind of laptops. Let's take the AC adapter out, and then we can put this aside. Okay, so a very small brick. Yeah. Yeah, this is a 45-watt AC adapter. Got your little barrel connector there. And these adapter work for a number of laptops. That's one good thing about the HP laptops. As long as you make sure that you've got the right wattage, the pin out connector is very common. I'm talking about the newer ones. The older ones are some big barrel type. And then there's your power cord. Okay, now we get that out of the way. Let's get to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble. Okay, there you go. All right, you've got your product information. Look, your certification. All that good stuff, which we're going to put aside, right? Because we don't normally look at this until we really need to. Okay, so typical plastic bag. But even through this, I can see it's got a nice, it's plastic, but it doesn't look cheap. Because yes, that brings us to another point. It's not very cheap. Average you're looking at here is about 550 to 600 USD. Depends on where you shop around. You may get this 500. Also the time. Okay, and again, it's 17-inch, so this is a real desktop replacement, right? So let's flip it open. And of course, unfortunately, we can't do the one hand. It won't do the one hand open test. It failed that, but that's not a deal breaker. Alrighty, so there we go. So right off, I see it's a good screen in terms of how it taking up the real estate of the screen. I don't really like large bezel. And it's not edge to edge by no means, but it's taking up most of the screen. I would think this is a screen size ratio. This gotta be over 80%, a lot over 80%. Paper covers your keyboard, all nice and new. Got your HP logo in the center. At the top, you've got your option to do a close camera. This is always very effective. Instead of taping something over it, you can always just slide it. And it's good, you know, when it's closed because it's got that background. Okay. Alrighty, nice. So chassis material, it is plastic, but it's got a solid feel to it, I would say. Not at all bad. Natural silver on the finish. This is actually weighing about 2 kg. Honestly, it is not, I would say this is light for a 17-inch. You're not going to get a 17-inch much lighter than this, right? So that's very good. Alrighty, so let's start looking at the ports. What do we have here? So we've got USB-C. Let me go from this side. So this is your audio jack in and out. You've got USB-C, HDMI, and you've got USB-A. I think there are 2 of these. So if we flip around, nothing at the very front, flip around. So there's your other USB-A, and this is your power input. And your hard drive indicator, and your hard drive indicator, and your power indicator. When it's plugged in charging, this should be illuminated. I'll look at the front. Grills right across the front. Keyboard all snuck in the middle. And touchpad, it's slightly off-centered to the left. Intel Iris graphic. Intel Core i5, this particular model. Nice that it's got a dedicated num lock or number pad, so that's good. You know, this is good for typing at home, your home office, for schoolwork. You know, typing, that's one of the experience. Even in today's days, we still need to input data, and that's how we depend on typing. Nice chiclet style keyboard. Response is pretty good. The return is not, it's not sloppy. I say HP generally makes a good keyboard, right? I still think Lenovo IBM is the best, you know, but I may be partial on that. But this is good. This is acceptable. This is very good. Alrighty, so that's what we've got there. So far, I'm impressed. I gotta tell you, if I feel like I have a machine that's not a paperweight. It feels substantial in my hand. Screen movement doesn't feel like it's gonna break. There is another company out there that with HP, it's not HP. No, the company, it starts with an A, and I'm not going to say which one of the A's, but they're 17-inch. I get those a lot. The 17-inch screen, the hinge just break like crazy, right? And it's not Asus. It's just another one. So 17-inch, you need to have a good hinge separate, a good hinge setup on it, because after opening and closing for several times, you will find that they break, and you don't want that on your laptop that's barely a couple of years old, and I've seen that a lot. So nice so far. And the back just really clean with your HP logo there. On the front, I mean, and on the back, you've got grills across in the center for cooling. And these are always good. The raised feet, so that you can, that helps with cooling. It also helps when you're typing, so it raised it a bit. Although this one wouldn't do a lot in that regards, because these are on the same level. So it's not gonna, you'll just have to tilt your screen based on how you want it. So that's good. Another thing to note while we're here is that a lot of times when you're removing the back on these, hopefully you don't have to do this. This is in warranty. This is new. You take this back to the manufacturer or get an authorized dealer work on it. So back to my point, there are sometimes screws under these rubber feet. So if you, once it gets out of warranty and you need to do anything like upgrade, if you're removing the back apart from these screws, you want to check under these. They're usually screws hidden under this. Okay, and there you go. Input is a 19.5 volt, so that's good. Alrighty, so let's power it up and see what we've got here. So before I do that, we know on this model we've got an Intel Core i5. It's a 1335U 10 core up to 4.6 gigahertz. This nicely comes with 16 gigabyte DDR4, and yes, it's upgradable. Storage comes with a 512 GB PCIe NVMe SSD, so that's a good thing. I mentioned that the display on this is a 17-inch. It's actually a 17.3, and it's HD plus. So yes, you're getting 1600 by 900 bright view with up to 300 nits. So that's fairly bright, right? A lot of low-level monitors will give you 200, and then you'll have problem viewing the screen outside because it's just not bright enough. The graphics that comes with this is an Intel Iris Xe, and it's integrated graphic. Battery on this is a 3-cell 41 watt hour, and importantly, up to 8 hours, depending of course on your usage. Yes, it's Wi-Fi 6, upgradable to when you do want to, and upgrade it up to 7. Bluetooth is 5.3 version on this, and yes, Windows 11 Home pre-installed, so that takes care of your upgrade to Windows 11 problem if you have one, right? So while this it's not full 1080p, the larger screen will be great for multitasking, for spreadsheet and watching good clear video. So let's power it on. Just get a glimpse of what the screen actually looks like. So I flip this up, and where is actually our power button? I haven't even looked at this before. So going across the top, our power button is right there in the mix of things. And I like that it's got a little LED so you can see when it's powered up. Maybe the battery is completely drained. This is not unusual, because we don't know how long this has been sitting around in the warehouse, right? So I'm prepared for that. We're gonna plug it in, and we're also gonna be able to test our AC adapter at the same time. So plug it in over there, and we'll at least see what it looks like, right? So remember, you're charging is on this side, and you can also see the light is on and it shows amber. That means it's charging the battery. Then now we're gonna press our power button. Okay, and this illuminates the power button. There's a little LED there, and so it should be coming up. And one thing I'll be listening out for is fan noise. It's not gonna be very noisy right now. So yes, backlit keyboard, always necessary nowadays. They should not be making any computer that's over $400, over $300 for that matter, without backlight, right? Let me know if you agree with that. Yeah, I like the keyboard feel, as I said. I like the layout on this. This, I say, big screen, home user. Hear the sound of the speakers there. You know, your regular sound of your speaker, nothing really major. No, this is not built for gaming or for heavy 4K editing. Yeah. So for the price, I believe, based on what I've seen.
Using a screen reader, turn on narrator by pressing Windows plus Control plus Enter. Okay. For more accessibility features, press Windows plus U.
Okay, I'll turn you off for now. So we know your speaker works. Yeah, so back to what I think, my final thought on this. For the price, I believe that this HP 17 is the CN300. I think it offers a solid combo of screen real estate and performance. So if you're looking to replace your desktop, or you want to use a laptop but you just can't bother with the teeny tiny 15, the 15 is not bad, but the 14.6, you just want something that you can do everything, a desktop replacement. This, to me, it's great. It's great for anyone that's looking for a mid-range, fairly budget friendly, but still you can consider it a workhorse. You've got 16 gig of RAM, 512 gig of storage, NVMe, so it's gonna be fast. Options to upgrade your memory, and it's a decent quality build, right? So personally, I like what I see. I would have to work with this for a few weeks to give you my total final verdict, but I would say this is a buy. I would definitely say this is a buy. So let me know what you think below. If you have one of these machines, please remember to like, to share, and to subscribe. I will continue to drop you my honest tech review unboxing. Drop a comment below if you have any question about this machine. As I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna give you like a final, let's say you're really not into the HP, that's not what you buy, that's you want to stick with a different model, within the same price range, you could look at, say, comparable would be like a Dell Inspiron 15, the Ryzen 7 582, it's a Ryzen 7 5825U. That model is somewhat within the range, and that's also comes with a 16 gigabyte RAM and 512 gigabyte of storage NVMe. Another machine that you could consider within the price specs and performance would be the Lenovo IdeaPad 5. That one though is a 15.6 Ryzen 7 5825U, also comes with 16 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabyte memory, also 512 storage, also SSD. The final one that you could consider, it's the Lenovo IdeaPad Slim. This is an i5 1335U. It's got 16 gigabyte of RAM, 512 gigabyte of storage, and that one is a 1920 by 1200 IPS screen, and that's running you comparatively in the 500 range. So yes, there are comparisons out there, but consider your total package, the ease of return, the support, you're getting an extra year on that. Okay, so that's it for today. I'm out. Please remember to like, please remember to share and subscribe. Thank you and have a great day. Take care now.